Okay, we will proceed with the ANOVA. So the ANOVA, I've given you the data, but I haven't given you the PowerPoint slides regarding how to do it. So I try to do it here and try to explain to you. Of course, especially if you don't understand, definitely I will give you the necessary slides. Presentation, I want you to print screen the slides and will upload in my guru.
Doktor, yang current location tadi tu hantar macam mana, Doktor?
Type,
Oh, okay.
type kat chat, semua kat chat.
Okay, baik, Doktor.
Okay, ya. So dalam, okay. For this ANOVA one way, I haven't given you any PowerPoint slides. I only give you a soft copy. So I want you to print screen the slides for me to show you the step by step. Okay, macam mana? Boleh faham? And your print screen slides, you will upload in my guru. I want to be ensured putting an effort lah to learn. Okay, macam mana? Boleh?
Boleh, Doktor.
So kita start sekarang. We start now with the one-way ANOVA. This is the SPSS file AE33 ANOVA one way. Is it clear to you? Is it visible to you? Yulu, can you see?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, nah? Okay, the data view has 3 columns, yeah? ID, 1 to, what's the last number? 40. Handphone. Type 1 to type 4. And the number of it that has been sold. So we are looking at, is there any difference between the types of handphone being sold? So means the number being sold. For the variable view, jenama orang kata apa?
Brand.
Apa dia?
Brand.
Brand, okay. Handphone brand. Number 1 Samsung, number 2 Oppo, number 3 Vivo, 4. Boleh nampak? Okay. For the types of handphone, brand of handphone is nominal. Number of handphone sold, scale. Okay. Now, are you ready to do the step-by-step ANOVA? Print screen. We start now. Analyze. Compare mean. One-way ANOVA. Okay, print screen this. Analyze. Compare mean. One-way ANOVA. Okay. Then you press the one-way ANOVA. Move the handphone brand into a factor. Move the sales, jumlah jualan, to dependent list. Okay. Okay. Because there are 4 groups, 4 types of brand, we will need okay, in a post, you will have what we call the post hoc test. Equals, varium, assume. There are a lot of tests. So choose one. Okay, we choose LSD. For the equals, varium, not assume, we choose one. We take Tamhani T2. Okay, print screen. Done? Sudah? Dah.
Sudah, Doktor. Dah, Doktor.
Okay, tekan continue. Press continue. Press OK. Okay, now the output you cannot see. So I need to transfer to the PowerPoint. Okay, ada tertinggal again. Okay, on the screen, can you see the whole thing on the screen? There are 4 tables.
Kecil, doktor.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, okay, doctor.
Yes.
First, we see the descriptive table. So there are 4 types of handphone. Samsung, Oppo. Okay. So this is the number, mean number for the sales of all the handphones. 45.3, 41.1, 39.0, 35.7. So now our question is, there any difference in terms of sales? So altogether, we got 45, 41, 9, and 35. The question is that now, what we are doing, we are not looking at differences between groups. There are 4 groups. So we do all the 4 groups concurrently. So we know there is a difference in terms of mean, but is the difference significant or not? So what we do now, we use either the 2 types of Pohawk test, either LSD or Tamhani. You can do whichever. Okay, let's just take the LSD. So using the LSD, we are comparing Samsung and Oppo, Samsung and Vivo, Samsung and Lenovo. Then we are comparing Oppo and Samsung, Oppo, Vivo, Oppo, Lenovo. We are comparing Vivo with Samsung, with Oppo, with Lenovo.
Doktor, dia punya value tu kecil lah, saya tak berapa nampak.
Value mana?
Value result.
Paparan doktor.
Memang
Ya.
tak nampak pun.
Bukan, kecil. Boleh tak besarkan?
Nanti sekejap.
Maaf doktor.
Ya. Okey, sekarang macam mana? Boleh nampak tak? Kau nak besar lagi?
Boleh doktor.
Okey, sekarang boleh nampak?
Ya, nampak.
Okay, yeah. So now, when we do the ANOVA, compared to the t-test, whereby we look at differences between two groups, for ANOVA, we look at differences for 3 or more. Okay, in this case, we have 4 groups. We are comparing the mean for Samsung, Oppo, Vivo, and Lenovo. So first, very important, the descriptive statistics. So for each everyone, they have their own mean. 45.3, Oppo 41.1, Vivo 39.0, Lenovo 35.7. The question is that, are these differences significantly different? So we need another output. That is the ANOVA table. So we are now looking no more at the T table, we are looking at the F table. Okay, so bukan T division tapi F distribution. Now the reading is 0.09. That means there is a difference, significant difference between the groups. Okay, boleh ikut tak tekan tu? So having 0.009 is less than 0.5. So according to this ANOVA table, there is a significant difference between the pairs of groups, what we don't know which. Kita tak tahu kumpulan mana sebenar yang berbeza signifikan. Tetapi secara keseluruhan, ia adalah signifikan. Jadi to determine which pair significantly different, we look at the post hoc multiple comparison. So with the multiple comparison table, we're looking at comparing to Samsung with Oppo, Samsung with Vivo, Samsung with Lenovo. So kalau tengok sini, Samsung with Oppo not significant, more than 0.5. Samsung with Vivo significant, 0.025. Samsung with Lenovo 0.001, less than 0.5. So Samsung with Vivo, Samsung compared to Lenovo are significantly different, but Samsung is not significantly different compared to Oppo. Okay, so similarly we can look at the also. So now Oppo and Samsung done, Oppo and Vivo done. Okay, Oppo and Lenovo also not significant. Vivo and Lenovo not significant. This Lenovo dah compare semua dah. So bermakna the only significant between the groups are Samsung and Vivo, Samsung and Lenovo. That's all. Only 2. Or one more. Lenovo and Samsung. 001 ni. So, we are comparing 4 groups, but only 2 pairs are significant. That is Samsung and Vivo and Samsung and Lenovo. So, that's how you read the output for the ANOVA. Okay, question about the ANOVA. What's the difference between the two? When you t-test, you are comparing between 2 groups. You are using the T distribution. But when you do ANOVA, you're comparing 3 or more, and you are using the F distribution. The only things that by using an ANOVA, when the table F says is significant, it does not tell you which pair is significant. To do that, we need to do a post hoc test. So when the that are different. So your situation maybe you want to compare 3 teaching methods ke 3 teaching aids ke, which is 3 more. So it's better to use the ANOVA PET test. PET test lah. Bukan PET test, independent test. Okay. Ada soalan? Kita guna independent test kalau kita kalau kita banding 3 atau independent test guna T signifikan dalam F distribution, dia tak bagi tahu pasangan mana yang significantly different. So untuk tujuan tu kita kena buat post hoc test. Dalam contoh ni post hoc test lah LSD. Dan daripada perusahaan post hoc test, 2 saja iaitu Samsung dengan Vivo dan Samsung dengan Lenovo saja yang significant less than 0.5, yang lain tidak significant. Okay, so itulah kesimpulan bagi output ANOVA one way. Okay, soalan? Okay, sementara tunggu anda nak memikirkan soalan, kita pergi pada slide yang mula tadi ya. We go back to the slide, first one. Nampak tak yang warna biru ni?
Nampak doktor.
Okay ya. Now, dalam statistik tu aja ya. Differences and relationship. So for this week, you are only talking about differences. When we are looking at the number of dependent variable, kalau dependent variable ni only one, we call it a univariate test. Kalau dependent variable ni 2 or more, we call it a multivariate test. So, example of a multivariate test is tadi ANOVA kan? Sekarang MANOVA, MANCOVA, because there is an ANCOVA in univariate test. Okay, now we look at the univariate test. Independent t-test, Man Whitney U, compare 2 independent groups. PET t-test, Wilcoxon, 2 PET groups. ANOVA, one way, Kaskar-Wallis, compare 3 or more groups. ANOVA two way, compare 2 or more, but having 2 independent variable. 3 or more related groups, repeated measure, fragment. And if we use a t-test, we use a pre-test, then we use an ANCOVA. So you will learn all of this before the semester ends, and maybe explanation of this. Okay, so for today, we will only do this now. That is having the independent t-test for difference between independent groups. PET t-test Wilcoxon for PET groups. And the ANOVA way. Okay. So itu saja yang untuk hari inilah. to 10 minutes for you to bring up any question. Okay, for the last 5 minutes, can everybody on their video? Let's see who you are. Mak Ozoro ke apa ke? Okay, so I want to see, especially if you want to ask question. Ana, I can see you now. Okay, any question? Umairah, dari sini tak nampak kan? Okay, again.
No, doctor. I'm
Okay, okay, again. We started with a problem statement. That problem statement can be many things lah. Then, if I can remember well, people like Hannah, whoever, you still want to do that module, Hannah? Are you going to do it? Are you still developing that module?
Yes.
Okay, so if whatever you want to develop, it may be a module, a test, a thing, whatever lah. So at the end of it, we would like for it to be valid and reliable. So coming under the study, most likely you will be using either one of these experiment. What we
Is
call
it for-
say again?
I did use a different method. I didn't use the SPBS program.
It's another software.
I use another software. Yes.
What software are you using?
Python.
Okay. Python is
Yes.
free,
Yes.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Similarly, it looks like the same, what do you call it? Same elements. Okay. So either you do a pre-experiment, no control group. Better still, you do a quasi. There is a control group, there is an experimental group, but there is no random assignment. And the best, of course, try to use a true experiment. There is a experimental group, there is a control group. Now, what use, if it fulfills that parametric requirement, so it's better to use parametric test. Independent t-test, PET t-test, ANOVA, all those things. But if it does not fulfill, you still have the opportunity to use the non-parametric test. Okay? So you don't have any problem with that. Because when you use these modules or not, we are looking at just the differences. The only thing I need to remind everybody is not having just the test. You must also control for threats to the internal validity. Are you familiar with that, Hannah?
Not quite.
Because those threats, even though you are using the statistical test, if you don't control those threats, it may give you a wrong conclusion. So that's where the experimental design comes in. So as much as possible, we need control for the threats. So don't get it wrong. Since you are using inference test, everything is okay. No. It ties very close with the experimental. Okay? And when you talk about experimental design, it's all talking about the threats to internal validity, especially. So I want you to be clear. Of course, you need to read. And any question you can bring it up, okay, bring it up. Okay. So, next week, we'll take a step back, looking at differences. And if there's not so much problem, relationship. But for the materials that I've given you, I would prefer for you to try it out lah. You come with your own data, you come up with your own scenario. This scenario was taken from YouTube concerning maths teachers. If you are quite well versed in the scenarios, you can make up your own scenarios. Chapter 1 to 3, I only ask you for the one difference, one relationship. But for your chapter 4, hopefully lah, you can try out more of the statistical test. Okay. Before we finish for today, any question to bring up? Ada soalan nak tanya? That Python tu, are you well versed with Python? How long have you been using it, Hannah?
Only 4 months.
So how is it? Is it much simpler compared to SPSS?
It's connected. It can manage to system information or system data, traffic.
Why do you go over SPSS? Any reason, a particular reason?
Because they connected to our traffic data, Indra data.
SPSS is not
And
connected.
it can take directly the traffic movement and count the number of aircraft.
Just a question. How do you manage to acquire that Python?
We have some specialists here. They helped me to have the program.
Okay. So for the rest of you macam mana? Ada soalan? Kalau tidak kita tamatkan. We finish for today. So before you leave, your current location, your email, I think I would add that email to the email that I have, so that when I send in, hopefully lah, one of your emails will get whatever materials. Since you are, I'm sending in videos, and videos are quite problem with my guru. I think preferably we send through emails. Okay? So using all the necessary your emails to send on your materials. Okay, so for everybody lah. Okay, so ada soalan? Are you all okay? Boleh try sendiri?
InsyaAllah.
Okay, definitely I have to insist that this is very important. Not many people, I guess, are familiar with numbers. So without those numbers again, it be very difficult to make decision. Kan? Tadi that 95%. You are talking about 95%. You are not talking about some random number tak. So by having that 95%, whatever happens does not happen by chance. Itu isu dia by using inference statistic that maybe not many people are aware. So hopefully you try out lah benda tu. Okay, that's all. If anybody want to ask anything, and for those non-Malay speaking, you look, if you have a problem, because next week and onwards, I'll be quite busy. So if you feel and your friends that require English explanation, we have to set the class. I don't know, can we do it something on Sunday? Because for the next 3 weeks, my time will be full from 8 to 7. So I don't think I can slot in any time other than that. So I think whatever things need to be explained, maybe we try to do it hopefully latest by this Sunday. Is it okay? So this Sunday class, if okay, will be done in English. Any problems that may arise, interaction will be done in English. Because formally, like I told you, we try to put on Wednesday, right? Wednesday at 2 o'clock, kan? But for this coming 3 weeks, the whole 8 to 7 is full. So we have to look at this Sunday. So are you on to that? Okay, so if the rest is not interested, it's okay. Maybe there's only 2 of you. One in China, one in Malaysia. So whatever is lacking, I try to explain in English.
Doctor,
Yes.
what time is it? Morning or afternoon or evening?
We make it say around 9. Is it okay? 9 Malaysian time. 9 minus
9
5.
a.m.
9 a.m. 9 a.m. is Malaysian time. 9 minus 5. What time is it? Hannah? 4 o'clock. Sunday. You be working on Sunday, are you? Do you work on Sunday?
I don't work on Sunday.
Okay, so whoever want to
But it's
attend,
okay.
but the
We
class
wait
is English.
until-
Because after this, I don't think I can fit any time to explain anything lacking. So if you are not clear, you have to trace it out on Sunday. And
Yes.
it will be done in English.
Yeah, it's fine with me. It's fine with me.
Okay? So hopefully you can remind me 9 o'clock Sunday Malaysian time. Orang lain kalau nak pun boleh, but it will be done in English. Okay? Because like I said before now, coming 3 weeks ni, my time is locked. I cannot move in anywhere. You have to take that Sunday. Anything still lacking lah in your understanding, bring it up during that time. InsyaAllah lah, hopefully insyaAllah nothing happens lah. I'm still alive, you are still alive. Who knows this COVID areas? Omicron is there, here and there and everywhere. Is Omicron present in Oman?
Right now we are fine. It's not that much.
So COVID is not non-existent in Oman?
No, we have very low numbers. For example, 10 or 8 per day.
Oh, lucky for you.
Yes.
Here and everywhere we have problem with COVID. Okay. So kalau ada
But most
soalan,
of the population, 80% of the population, they have the vaccine, more than 80%.
but you are aware of this Omicron? Are you
Yes,
aware?
yes, yes. Yes.
So according to the vaccine that have been vaccinated twice, not be enough to deter this Omicron from in.
Yes.
Okay, so again, kalau ada soalan tanyalah. Kalau tak ada, kita break today. Okay, again lah. Sunday, siapa yang tak, 9 o'clock. Kalau kata masalah, check dengan email, saya hantar apa panggil, link tu pada apa ni. Link to your email. Okay? So Sunday, 9 AM Malaysian time. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. Still good morning,
Syukran.
Indonesia. Syukran.
Assalamualaikum.
Syukran jaziran.
Terima kasih doktor.
Doktor,
Doctor.
Zaitun dengan Fatihah dia tak tang je mesej saya